Welcome to Hoops High, Chicago's leader in youth-produced sports broadcasting and youth media education. Hoops High is produced by high school students learning the skills of professional broadcasting. Hoops High is the flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is made possible in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Chicago Access Network Television. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Stewart here serving as your color commentator for the evening.
And I'm Michael Ingram serving as your play-by-play for the evening.
We are currently here at Collins Academy located at 1313 South Sacramento, here for Coach Thorpe's Real Deal Tournament for the 8th graders. And, you know, today should be a very exciting match.
Yes, indeed. We have two teams, the
Illinois All-Stars
and the Indiana All-Stars taking on each other. 8th graders, you know,
I
just
wouldn't-
going hard. Now I'm going to toss to a quick PSA. Don't go nowhere because you're watching the one and only Hoops High.
Take every advantage.
I am
Confidence.
Determination.
heart.
I am agility.
Leadership.
Drive.
I am patience.
Power. Bounce.
I am athlete.
I am athlete.
I am athlete.
I am athlete.
For mid-range, and that's good. The Indiana All-Stars are pushing the ball up the court. Number 3. Ball is picked away quickly. Number 2. Stop, hesitation. Look for something. Drives, and he's fouled. Number 2, Alonzo Verge. Go to the line for 2 free throws. This is a pretty fast game so far. First free throw is up for Alonzo, and that's no good. He's getting ready to shoot second free throw. Second free throw is up, and that's good. Giving his team a tie right now with the score being 3-3. Alonzo meets him at half court. Intimidation defense, spin by number 4, and that's off. Here Williams, ball is stolen away from him. Number 7, Craig gets it. Stephon for mid-range, and that's no good. This is a pretty fast game so far.
Yeah, real fast pace.
Yes. Ball is
A lot of
batted away by
stealing.
Alonzo layup, and it's good.
No and one, but he gets buckets.
Hit fans in the background, tell them let's go, Zoe.
That good support.
Yes, indeed. Number 4 on the drive. Oh! Emmanuel Patterson with the block, and he's talking stuff.
Big man.
With his head nodded. Yeah.
He like, yeah, I did that. So what?
That was a powerful block. You heard that one in the cheap seats.
Sound like volleyball on the court to me.
He tries to get another one. Another block. Emmanuel with 2 blocks. Alonzo with the ball. Gets to Stephon for an easy layup.
Bringing the scores quickly, 7-3.
Yes, and with that being said, I'm going to toss to a quick PSA. Remember, you're watching the one
Hoops
and
High.
only Hoops High. I'm Michael Ingram.
And Uncle Vontae Sneed.
Aaron here at Westhouse for the first annual Hoops High Free Throw Classic.
Check us out every Saturday at 8 p.m. on Channel 19 CAN-TV.
If you're just tuning in, I am Michael Ingram.
And I'm Kimberly Stewart, serving as your color commentator. Score is currently 7-3. And Illinois All-Stars are in the lead.
Yes. You have number 2, Alonzo Verge, and number 5, Stephon Harris leading the way with high. Both teams. I think Alonzo have, like, I want to say 5 or 4. Stephon has the other ones.
We had some walking going on the court. Few too many steps taken.
Big dish down to the big man, and he gets the ball, Emmanuel Patterson. Double team by the Illinois All-Stars. Kicks it to a wide open shooter, and that's no good. Rebound by the Illinois All-Stars. Number 7 with the finger roll, and that's no good. He gets his own rebound, he misses that. Ball is batted around. Quickly, the Indiana All-Stars gets the ball pushed up the court. Emmanuel Patterson with the ball. Gets it to number 7. Jamal with the crossover. Jamal is open. I think he should have shot that. Jamal with the crossover. Bad pass. He kicks it out to Alonzo. He's calling for an ISO. Shot, hey, and that's no good.
No N1.
But he's fouled, so he'll go to the line. How do you think the game is going so far, Kim?
I think the game is going pretty good. You know, it's real fast-paced. Buckets are being put on the board, you know, like the game is supposed to be done. And I just see a lot of spirit and intensity from all these guys on the court. What about you, Mike?
Same thing here, you know. A lot of fast pace. Both teams, you know, at least attempt to slow the ball down. Mahir Williams with the rebound.
Look, man, in the paint getting rebounds.
Yes. Ball is batted. Mahir Williams with the steal. He gets to the basket, and then he gets second goal.
Hoops High is produced by high school students who are learning the skills of professional broadcasting. All the camera work, announcing, directing, and engineering is done by students.
You have Stephon Harris recording another block. And then you have number 2, Alonzo Verge, recording another bucket. The Illinois All-Stars are just making it look real easy right now. Number 9 on the drive, kicks it out to number 7. Number 7, that's no goal. Emmanuel Patterson with the rebound. Mahir Woods with a great dish. And ball is off Black, and it'll go.
That was a good dish.
Illinois All-Star win.
I think the defense got a piece of that.
Mahir Williams will take the ball out. He gets it to Alonzo. Alonzo just walks into a 3. He has all the time in the world, and he misses.
Those jumpers just need to be a quick catch and shoot, catch and shoot. The more you think about it, the more you don't have time to react, and the more you gon' stop yourself from hitting it.
Wow, number 7, Jamal Nixon.
Illinois All-Star taking a quick 15-point lead. Score is currently 18-3.
Oh, good head fake. Floater, that's no good. Number 7 with the rebound, and he gets that to go. C.J. Hampton. Alonzo with the head fake, dishes it to Emmanuel. Emmanuel gets it easy, too.
Free Spirit Media strives to give youth a voice so that we can inform and inspire others. Thank you for supporting our work.
3 is taken high off the backboard. And that's no good. A whole new 5's getting ready to come in for the Illinois All-Stars. Carlos Tolliver getting ready to take the ball out. Number 5 Oh, it seems he's two number
I knew he
fives
wanted
here.
that three.
Yep, and he misses. Carlos gets the rebound. He's stripped quickly.
Quick
DeAndre
trap.
Hickman is right on his back. Jump ball between DeAndre Hickman and Decoy Hines.
That's what I like to see in a good basketball game. Not only did he dive, well, both players dive for the ball to hustle and get that, but they also helped each other to show good sportsmanship.
Oh, he tried to dribble. Oh, he gets his the ball back. The Indiana All-Stars need to get up court, and they do. Drive or travel is called. Number 5 with the ball. Kicks to the big guy. Oh, he tries to get an alley-oop, and that doesn't go.
A little bit too much backboard.
Yes. Oh, and DeAndre Hickman tries to get him a block. DeAndre Hickman, who's a pretty known high flyer to be in his grade.
Number 5. Mike Johnson.
Mind you, all of these guys are, still in grade school, getting ready to go to high school this summer. Number three misses his first free throw and hits his second free throw, trimming the deficit down to 14. Number 2 on the drive, floater. That's no good. Number 3 pushing the ball up the court. Oh, he gets a body. No, and that's no good. Number 5 kicks it to DeAndre Hickman. DeAndre tried to kick it down to the big guy, number 3, Jamal, but that's no good.
42 seconds remain. First half. Real deal basketball.
The Indiana All-Stars with the ball right now. Dribbling. He goes to the basket, kicks out, and he's stolen. DeAndre Hickman with the ball. He tries to dunk, and he's fouled, but he gets no call. Ball is out of bounds. Illinois All-Stars ball.
Real deal basketball.
Carlos Tolliver inbounds the ball to number 5. Hesitation, drive, floater. That's no good by number 4. No Jerry Reed.
And right about now, we're going to toss to our sideline reporter for a quick interview.
The Indiana All-Star.
The game is going well. I think the game yesterday and the game before this went well.
That's good. So being that this program has been going for 26 years, like what impact does it have on young boys like these?
Well, I think it's a confidence builder. I think it gives the younger players that's coming up, like in 6th and 7th grade, something to anticipate and look forward to. And these guys, they know about the real deal. They always really looking forward to playing against each other.
Well, thank you so much, Coach Thorpe. We're going to toss it back to our announcers.
And we're back with more Hoops High action. If you're just tuning in, I'm Kimberly Stewart, serving as your color commentator for the evening.
And now Michael Ingham serving as your play-by-play for the evening.
We are here at Collins Academy, 1313 South Sacramento, where we have the Real Deal 8th grade tournament sponsored by Coach Thorpe. Score is currently 20-6. Illinois All-Stars in the lead. 8 minutes left to half.
Blocked by number 4, Noel Reed. kind of a delay here. You're a thud, and everybody paid attention to the thud.
Foul number 4 of the orange team.
Foul on number 4, Noel Reed. And number 5, Decoy Hines. No. Number 5, Keyshawn Lewis will go to the line for 2 free throws. Shot is up, and that's no good.
Indiana All-Star, Decoy Hines.
You getting ready to shoot second free throw? Oh, that's high off the glass. Hard. DeAndre Hickman bringing the ball up the court. Good pass. Whoa, big fella. Tries to get something. Good pass by number 4, Noel. Number 4, Noel.
Number 8 of the Indiana All-Star.
That was a highlight pass if I ever seen one.
No look pass to Jamal Nixon. He's fouled, but he's quickly fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Jamal Nixon, substitution.
First free throw is off.
Preparing for his second shot.
Yes, indeed. Sporting the Under Armour shoes. Orange and white. Ball is almost stolen by Carlos.
Hoops has a flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is running partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Can TV. This is a team effort all around, and we are grateful for our partners who make this possible.
And the out of bounds is called.
Illinois has just been making Indiana cough the ball up numerous times in this half. I've counted about 7.
Carlos to the bucket. 2-hand layup. DeAndre Hickman with the rebound. Number 4, Noel with the rebound. He tries to push back up, but he's blocked.
Fouls on Indiana. That's the team's 4. At the line, number 4,
go to the
David
line.
Hunt, Lindblom Elementary.
Shot is up. And he misses. Second shot is up. And he hits.
Bringing the score 21-6. Illinois still in the lead.
Carlos with the steal. Head fake to the bucket and it's good.
Hunt Elementary, Carlos Hanlover.
DeAndre Hickman with the great defense. Great. Number 4. And Jamar Adams just falls. And he gets a foul, I guess. Sub coming into the game. Number 4, CJ with the ball. Shot, no, basket. Oh! Tries to get him a little assist there, but nobody was ready for it. Number 5 with the ball. Dribbling, pushing it up court.
Keep up with game action and the Hoops High crew with Twitter. Just search Hoops High FSM and follow us.
Substitution.
You got Twitter, Kimmy K?
No, I do not.
Me either, you know.
I've been meaning to get on there.
Yeah, you know. Got an Instagram?
Was thinking about doing that too. I got to download the app. Team iPhone.
Team Android. Number 1, Darrell Payne with the ball. He's taking his time getting up court. Number 1, Darrell dishes it to number 2. Number 2 with the circuit shot, and that's no good. Emmanuel Patterson with the rebound. Oh, behind the back. Great behind the back pass. Number 2, Alonzo Bird should have. Stephon Harris.
You can see the coach for Illinois State. I'm sorry, Illinois All-Stars.
Coach Stonewall. Number 4 with the ball. Jamar Adams. Pull up.
Hop out.
Score is currently 25-8.
Illinois All-Stars still in the lead.
Oh, number 0, Emmanuel Williams.
Travel.
Emmanuel gets called for a travel. You see him travel, Kim?
Yeah, I saw that
I
from
definitely
Malloway.
seen him travel too. I don't know where he was going with that luggage. Oh, number
Nice
7.
spin move.
He gets that. No good.
Did not connect.
Emmanuel Williams for 3.
And
No
the
good.
air ball.
Stephon gets the rebound. Stephon on the lane, on the drive.
And
he gets the goal.
And 1.
Yes, indeed.
I think it's the neon shorts and the neon socks that's making him play so good today.
Yes, indeed. With the neon orange shirt. He's just team neon.
True.
It's like I'm team Android, you team iPhone, you know.
Everybody on the team.
Yeah, everybody on the Hoops High team too.
Free throw with nothing but net.
He's making it look easy. Scores 28-8. Illinois All-Stars leading by 20 right now.
Currently in the Dub Club.
Shot is up, and that's no good. Number 2, Alonzo with the rebound.
Speaking of number 2, Alonzo is one of the key players for Illinois All-Stars. So is number 9, Emmanuel Patterson. And number 0, Mahir Williams for Indiana All-Stars. We have number 4, Jamar Adams. Number 9, Xavier Smith. And number 1, Daryl Payne.
No look pass to number 9. Xavier Smith, he was in the right place at the right time. Mael with the ball. This is number 7. Number 7 spins and he loses it. Emmanuel just dives on the ball. Jump ball.
There goes that hustle.
Yeah. He kind of, dove for that one. Oh, they giving out MVP, he probably wanted that. Everything counts. Alonzo dribble, pull up 3. He
Air ball. That's the second one this game.
Yeah. It's
one
okay.
for each team.
It's
As you can see, score is currently 28-10. Shot clock. The clock winding down.
Emmanuel.
Another bucket. Putting him at 8 for today. First half.
Oh. Indiana All-Stars on the drive. Emmanuel Patterson with a block.
That's his third one this game.
Yes, indeed. Every time he blocks, he gets the defender the infamous no head shake.
Another air ball.
Mael Williams on the drive, gets big in the air, and he gets stuck in there. Oh, Mael Williams.
Hard foul.
Hard foul. He tried to get him a block.
With 1.4 left on the clock.
He should just keep his hand up.
He will be shooting 3. You rarely see people get fouled at the 3-point line.
It's not a smart foul.
Not at all.
I would just let him shot it.
Yeah.
He was rushing for it anyway.
It's a possibility that he wouldn't have made the 3. Now you give him 3 easy buckets that he could just put in.
Number 4, Jamar Adams, to line for a second free throw. And his bucket.
Looks like he will be making all 3 of these. He's 2 for 2.
Getting ready to shoot his third and final free throw. And it's good. Stephon gets that. Oh. That was on top of the backboard. This is a great first half.
It really was. Score is currently 32-13. Illinois All-Stars in the lead. Recap the first half, We had a lot of intense game action going on. a lot of teamwork, a lot of dedication, hustle, and all the above, basically, from both teams. But right about now, we're going to toss to our sound reporter for an interview with Coach.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Tate here with Coach Stonewall. So, Coach, being that your team is in the lead once again, how does it feel to be a factor of them taking the lead?
Always teamwork, sharing the ball, out here to have fun, and just keep up with that same energy.
So, Coach, so what methods are you using to keep them in the lead?
Oh, well, hopefully they was watching the game yesterday. Like I said, it's all about just playing together, having sportsmanship, doing the small things, outletting the ball, advancing the ball to someone ahead of you, and just giving them an opportunity to score the ball.
So what goals do you have for these boys in the future?
Well, unfortunately, I wish I had them all, but coming to North Londale, unfortunately, but they're not. So hopefully they all just be successful, learn to be great male, African-American males, attend college or whatever service or what's best for them. But definitely they stay dedicated, and the sky's the limit.
Thank you so much, Coach. Now I'm going to toss it back to our announcers.
And we're back. If you're just tuning in, I'm Kimberly Stewart, serving as your color commentator.
And I'm Mike Ingram, serving as your play-by-play.
We are currently here at Collins Academy, located at 1313 South Sacramento, where we have Illinois All-Stars taking on the Indiana All-Stars. The score is currently 32-13. Illinois All-Stars in the lead.
Do not dribble the basketball on the sideline.
Number 1 with the ball for the Indiana All-Star. I'm sorry, number 5. It's number 1, I'm sorry. Number 7 with the ball right now.
Thank you.
Looking for something to do. Gets it to the big man in the middle. Good pass down low to number 2. Carlos Johnson, he gets an easy 2 points. Big man Stephon bringing the ball up the court. He's quickly trapped. He's being held too. And my ear, I'm sorry.
Hit the cheek. Someone you should know.
The ball.
Someone you should know. Coming right over.
Number 2 blows straight to the middle and is blocked by Emmanuel Patterson. He has 4 blocks already on the night.
Yes.
That's a big dude. Stephon with a block. Emmanuel with a rebound, and he's quickly fouled.
And that's his 5th rebound.
5th rebound, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks, and like
8 points. 6 points. That's a good start.
Number 2, Alonzo. Defense is quickly on their toes. They know he's quick to shoot the ball. Number 7 with the head fake. Oh, he's fouled, but nothing is called. Emmanuel Patterson with a rebound. Will Emmanuel get him another block? No, he will not. The defense is scared of that big guy.
The PSAs, dramas, and documentaries that you see between breaks on Hoops High are produced by Free Spirit Media students at North Lawndale College Preparatory High School, the Gary Comer Youth Center, and Powerhouse High. We hope that you enjoy the stories and messages that we young people are sharing with you.
The ball was poked away from my head. And the Indiana All-Stars just can't capitalize on the ball. The Indiana cannot just capitalize on getting a shot. They had plenty of opportunities. I kind of like 3.
Number 2 of the Illinois All-Star.
You can see the shot right there, the coach for the Illinois All-Star, Coach Stonewall.
Number 9. Xavier Smith.
Alonzo with the ball. He's dribbling in the court. I'm sorry, not Alonzo. And a jump. The foul is called.
Number 1, Gerald Payne. That's the Indiana 2nd.
Jamal Nixon kicks it to Alonzo. Shot is forced. That's no good. Mael with the ball. He's just going to take it. He hasn't been getting the ball, and he hasn't been able to bring the ball up the court. So whenever he get it, he's just going to push and run and gun it.
Please check out the Free Spirit Media website at www.freespiritmedia.org to learn more about what Free Spirit Media is all about, and check us out on YouTube. Just search Free Spirit Media to view our YouTube channel. First free throw is in there.
Mason Elementary. Lewis Thorpe, real deal, all-star basketball.
Mahir Williams getting ready to shoot his second free throw. Shot is up, and it's good like the first one. The Indiana All-Stars. A block by Emmanuel Patterson again, that's 5.
A double-double just might happen.
Yes, indeed. Number 4 is blocked. That's Stephon, but a foul is called.
Thought that was a block.
I seen all ball.
No. That's why the ref is the ref. He makes the calls.
Jamar to the line for 2 free throws. Shot is up, and it's off.
In and out. Something very ironic. When the players are shooting free throws, their teammates usually, give them a pat on the back or whatnot to tell them good shot or better try next time. This time when number 4 was shooting, number 2 from Illinois decided to give him a little friendly pat on the back.
Manuel gets the rebound, kicks it to Lonzo. Lonzo kicks it to Stephon. Stephon kicks it to Mahir, who's actually should have been getting the ball and bringing it up the court. He's a great point guard. Stop, dishes down to the big man, and that's good.
Emmanuel Patterson, assisted by Zero.
That's his 8th bucket.
On the drive, number 7 with it, and that's blocked by Stephon and
I heard that slap.
That makes 6 for Emmanuel. Stephon can't capitalize on the layup. Lonzo with the ball. Kicks it to Mahir. Mahir on the drive. Layup, floater. He's beat up. And it's fouled. The whole 5 getting ready to sub into the game.
As you can see, the score 36-19. 13 minutes left to the end of the game. But while they do this timeout, it'll be a great time to toss to a quick PSA.
But you're going to have a great day, boo. You're not even going to worry about anything that's going on today, okay? Can be different from mama. Just have a great day.
Look at this girl come through this hallway with the rocker fit on.
Everybody want to walk around and be followers and do the same thing. I choose not to. I'm one of the few, and I choose to be different.
We are back for more Hoops High. Number 0, Mahir Williams, is in line for 2 free throws. Shot is up, and that's good.
And
Mahir Williams, get ready to shoot his second free throw, and that's no good. He's 3 or 4 tonight from free throw.
75%.
Yes, indeed. The ball is stolen. Number 3 with the ball, size up, tray ball, and it's blocked. Number 4, quick crossover, kicks it out to a wide open number 7, left-hander for 3, and it's good. 3 by number 7, C.J. Hampton. The travel. DeAndre Hickman comes into the game for Mahir Williams.
If you're going to the ball game, please report to the table. Please report to the table if you're going to the ball game.
What is it? Easy layup.
Number 3.
I want to see a good dunk this game.
Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
we got the hype. Halftime warm-ups, I saw a few dunks. Think we could put one on the board.
I don't want it to be like, I understand these are 8th grade kids. I don't want it to be like one of those big old fancy dunks. Just put one down, let people know that you can do it even though you're only in 8th grade.
Right, because we all seen you do it at halftime. But, don't forget to stay tuned for the Free Spirit Media News at the end of this broadcast. It comes on at 9:50 every Saturday. Learn about what's going on in Chicago and find out the latest on most important issues with teams.
Rebound by number 3. Kicks out to number 6. Number 6 dribbles. On a drive, number 3. That's no good. 3 by Carlos, number 1. Carlos Tolliver.
Bringing the score 42-24. Did a little flip, switcheroo. 11 minutes left to the end of the game.
DeAndre Hickman on D. Shot is pulled from the blue line. That's no good. Number 5 pushes. Oh!
Ball is out, going down. Real deal. Coach Thorpe.
Ball will go Illinois way. Indiana's way. Score is 42-24. On corner drive, and he's fouled by number 1, Carlos Tolliver.
Foul on number 5 of the Illinois team. That's their 4th.
Both teams currently only having 4 fouls. 5 now for Illinois. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a travel.
KNTV, Channel 19. That's KNTV, CAN-TV, every Saturday, 8 p.m. Hoops High, you can see this.
Little guy for 3. That's no good. Number 5 pushing the ball up the court. Number 6 floating. That's no good. Oh, bad pass.
Easy.
Off the easy. Off number 10, Langston Stallings. Ball is stolen by the Indiana All-Stars. Number 6 for 3. Hey, that's no good. DeAndre Kickman with the ball. Oh, hey, he just makes it look easy. He misses though. Rebound and put back by number 4, Noel Reed. Noel with the ball again. Oh, tries to do it behind the back. He loses it. Floater. Number 3 tries to get a putback. That didn't work out so much. And Noel to the line. After he's fouled, beat up hard.
Fouls against the Indiana team. That's their 5th.
Wow, you seen bodies flying everywhere.
So while he shoots these couple free throws, we're going to toss to our satellite reporter for a quick interview.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Tay here at Jermaine. So, Jermaine, how do you think the game is going so far?
I think it's going good. It's a real good game. Illinois versus Indiana is always a good matchup.
So, with you being an athlete yourself, how do you think this game benefits these young boys?
By them being in 8th grade, they're learning early, first of all. And also, Coach Thorpe is doing a great job with getting some of the youth off the street. If there's something like this that has to be done every year, it's a good thing because they're not on the streets.
Well, that's good to hear. But thank you so much, Jermaine. Now you're going to toss it back to our announcers.
Here, take my money. And we're back with more Hoops High action. I'm Kimberly Stewart, serving as your color commentator if you're just tuning in.
And I'm Michael Ingram, serving as your play-by-play if you're just tuning in.
Score is currently 46-26.
Yep. Dub club.
7 1/4. And Yeah, Illinois All-Stars up. See the score. Tied with 5 fouls each.
Carlos, the dribble machine, goes to the basket and for a layup, and that's no good. Pull up three by number 4, and that's no good. DeAndre Kickman and number 3, Jamar Nixon, both going for the ball, and they're getting back there so much. Oh, wide open.
Ball is out. Illinois All-Star.
Ball was overthrown a little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, just a little bit, not much, you know.
Just a pinch.
A tad bit. Oh, a lot nice dribbling by the little fella.
You get smacked on the back.
Carlos for 3, and that's no good. Rebound by number 4, Noel, and he's fouled.
Fouls on the Indiana All-Stars, that's their 7th. At the line, number 4, Lindblom Elementary, David Hunt. 2 shots.
Number 4, Noel, to the line for 2 free throws. Kim, how do you think the game is going so far?
Great, real great. Think that we have some very talented kids on the floor right now. Talented kids in general, you know, that played yesterday as well, all those games, and talented kids coming up. And I think they've been putting their heart into it. I've been seeing a lot of made shots, a lot of good shot attempts, and, you know, it's all in the fun of the game. What about you, Mike?
I think it's going decent so far. I'd like to see a dunk, though.
True.
Oh, will I get one right here? No, I
Nope.
will not. Carlos Tolliver to the bucket, and he's fouled.
You know,
Fouls on Indiana, that's the team's 8th.
if you just continue to get enough of Hoops High, friend us on Facebook. Get to know the crew and what goes on into every Hoops High production.
Not just some,
But every.
not just one,
Every
but every.
Hoops High production.
Every Hoops High production. Kim, you got a Facebook page?
Yes, I do, Mike.
What could the fans add you at, you know?
You can add me at Kimberly Hoops High's Life Stewart. What about you, Mike?
You can add me at Michael Hoops High Gang Ingram.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
We live and breathe Hoops High.
Yes, indeed. Carlos goes with 1 or 2 from the line. Subs comes in. Emmanuel Williams is right on his back. And an easy lay-in.
Indiana All-Star.
Euro by number 7. He flips it up, and that's no good. Stephon with the rebound. That's stolen. Pull up by number 1, and he gets that to go in. And
Bringing them down by 17. 47-30, Illinois All-Stars in the league. They're going to slow it down a little bit.
Oh, good block by number 8, Dakia Hines. Dakai, I'm sorry to say. Oh, great head fake. Shot is up. That's no good. Shot is up by number 3. I mean, by number 1 for 3. Uh-oh,
Is it
Stephon.
a dunk? Is it a dunk?
Is it a dunk?
Oh.
Oh. It's a big fella. He can dunk it, though. I seen him get up there.
I've seen him dunk.
Put it on the board. Stephon.
Ball will go Orange's way, Illinois way.
Ball is out to the Illinois All-Star. Annual Coach Thorpe, North London, Phoenix. Real deal.
Crowd, yeah, see you won't want to be you when Protege. Oh,
And one.
Well, Emmanuel Williams blew past. He tried to get down to the big man, Emmanuel Patterson, but Emmanuel missed it, but he got his own rebound, put it up, and he was fouled, so he would go to the line for one free throw as he tries to convert for the and one.
I saw from the previous interview that Emmanuel already got his acceptance letter to North Lawndale College Prep, and he will be attending the Sacramento Collins portion of North Lawndale. He plans on being on the team as well, and you will be seeing him with Keith Mack, another one of the big men for North Lawndale, and that'll be a sight to see.
Counter basket with the left-handed layer from Jackson Elementary, Alonzo Bird.
Number 1 with the ball. Stops dribbling, picks up the dribble. That's probably like the worst thing you could do. Number 8, his shot is blocked by Emmanuel Patterson. Emmanuel has like 5 blocks so far, or 6, counting that one. Around this time, you know, this is where, you know, some of the subs will be coming in around the 4-minute mark. Any special shout outs you want to give to some people, Kim?
You know, shout out to my crew, shout out to all the parents coming to support, and, you know, shout out to all the mothers. Mother's Day is Sunday.
Oh.
Indiana, the team's name.
What about you, Mike?
You know, same here. You know, shout out to my crew. Shout out to all the players that came out and played in this.
True.
You know, giving us something to commentate for, making us earn our money. That's definitely something good.
Substitution. Number 4, Jamar Adams, Indiana All-Star.
Shot is up. Second free throw. That's no good. Indiana. Emmanuel almost gets him a 7.
We know we are not always perfect, but we are working hard and always learning. Thank you for your support and encouragement.
Alonzo misses a 3. Mahir Williams pulls up for 3, and that's no good. Tries to get the ball down low. Emmanuel Patterson. And Alonzo is fouled.
Fouls against Indiana.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but net. You heard Cash. All that. Ching. Second free throw.
And another one. Just like the other one.
Hey.
Dunk some.
Alley-oop? No.
That was a bullet pass.
He was telling him to throw the ball up.
Ooh.
Quick crossover, quick behind the back. Mahir Williams with another.
Quick steal.
Just to the basket and just stuff it there.
He tried to get fancy and he got his cookies took.
Can't be fancy with Mahir.
Put it on the board.
And he gets the 3 to go. Mahir gets the ball stolen. Oh, big fella. His shirt's ripped. He gets the rebound. They held him and ripped his shirt.
Yeah, he's going to need a new one of those. This has been just a great game.
I want to see a dunk before the game over with Kim.
I did. I thought they was going to give it to us. I thought he was going to be like, here, Mike, here, Kim, here you go. This for y'all.
He rose up like he was going to do it.
Yeah. But, you know, as long as he put those buckets on the board, it don't matter if it's a dunk, a 3, or a free throw. As long as they getting put up.
Substitution.
Subs coming into the game. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left. The Illinois alley-oop! Oh! And that was glass.
And a foul.
I didn't see a foul, though. I seen all block.
All block.
All block.
O block.
O block. Score is 59-35. Illinois All-Stars way. 60-35 now. Oh, you heard smack butter.
Nothing but net.
Ching.
He had the swan hand going on. I think I'm going to start using that when I'm shooting my free throws. All my J's going in, you know.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
You heard the T and again.
Oh, wow. Number 1.
For the 3.
Pull up 3. New. Carlos. Pump fake. Gets it to number 5, Mike. Mike for 3. No good. Big fella Noel. Ball's batted out of his hand.
Want to see more Hoops High? I know you do. So you can go ahead and see more of our brand new games on our new website. Go to www.hoopshigh.org to see more games from the past or stream live from home or your mobile device.
And if you team iPhone, you can watch it.
You team Android, you can watch it too.
Yep, never seen it on Android.
If you team house computer, you know, you can just type that joint in too.
Or if you got PS3, you can do it. 362, Wii, all that.
All that good stuff. You got no excuses.
No
Just go to Hoops High. You won't regret it.
Yes, indeed. Shot is, stolen. Ball is stolen.
Tried to wrap it, and he got his cookies took.
Oh!
But a block.
Blocked by number 3, Stephon Harris. No, Jamal Nixon, I'm sorry. Number 10, pull up, left-hander. Hey, and that's no good. Noel Reed with the rebound. Noel been playing a lot of 2K, you can see.
And a tip
And
back.
a tip. No basket. Wow.
I don't think the ball was coming out. He just pushed it right back in.
Yeah, I seen the same thing. Number 6, pull up, bang, bang.
Hop out.
Back out.
Right about now, it'd be a great time to give a shout out to my crew, my set, squad, all the people, you know, behind the scenes, doing audio, graphics, replay, all that good stuff, directing, technical directing, and all our camera people, my co-announcer, and, you know, the people that make this possible for us, our teachers, the beautiful Miss Shelton and Miss Jasmine. Special shout out to them. And yet again, all the mothers, being as though Sunday is Mother's Day. 20 seconds left in the half. Clock still winding down. 61-37. Illinois ball. They might just be having the last possession as well.
Oh, DeAndre Hickman with the crossover. And he's just going to run the ball out. Oh, he splits the D. He should have drove to the basket and dunked it. And Mike misses.
How about a big hand for both teams? Give it up for both teams. How about a big hand for our friends from Indiana, All-Star. On behalf of Coach
And that's ball game, y'all.
Austin, North London, real deal All-Star basketball. We will be announcing the MVP.
And that's the game. Illinois All-Stars taking this away, bringing this back home, you know. And another special shout out to Miss Shelton. Want to say happy birthday from me and the crew. Hope you enjoy yourself and whatever you choose to do, and I hope God blesses you so that you see many more. Right about now, we're going to toss to our sideline reporter for an interview with the player of the game.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Tate here with Emmanuel Patterson, the MVP of this game. So, how does it feel to be MVP?
Feels good. I showed my talent and I worked my hardest.
So, what do you think? How do you think your team did this game?
They shared the ball. We rebound and we play hard.
And so, what are your plans in the future? You know, high school-wise, being a student athlete.
My plan student athlete is like focusing on my academics first as a student, then basketball second.
All right, thank you so much and congratulations. You can catch Hoops High every Saturday night on CAN TV Channel 19. Thank you so much for watching Hoops High tonight, and good night.
When I think of breast cancer, I think of survival, extended life.
Hope. Total fear.
I don't think, Kenya, there's really a reason. We looked at family history, we looked at location where I was living, we looked at conditions, looked at diet. I don't think there was any real reason why I was diagnosed other than I was a woman with breasts.
Without good health, you have absolutely nothing. I don't care how rich you are, how wonderful your life is. If you don't have good health, you don't function well anymore.
Most people take their health for granted. So when you're feeling good and feeling healthy, you may not associate that with happiness, but if you started getting sick or were told you had breast cancer, then it would affect the quality of your life. Or people would certainly say that their happiness is affected when they're not healthy. And so health is important for people's overall sense of well-being.
At the time, I was operating a safe and sober house for women that was coming in from a 28-day program. And I was up in the mirror and I was showing them how to do a self-breast exam when I discovered for myself a lump in my breast. It was kind of a panicky situation, but I finished the presentation and then I went downstairs and I got on the phone and I began to talk to my doctor, and he said, come in right away.
80% of all breast cancers start in the milk ducts of the breast. They're the little tubes that take the milk to the baby. They start in there and eventually figure out a way to break out into the surrounding tissue and then potentially can travel. So you can have a very, very healthy person who eats great and exercises all the time and still gets a breast cancer. But in terms of lowering your risk of developing one, exercise, maintaining a healthy weight, limiting alcohol intake, those things are all lifestyle choices and things you can modify.
In general, if you look at African American women compared to white women in the nation and in Chicago, we tend to not be as healthy overall. Now, that may not be the case for, a specific black woman and a specific white woman, but if you look at the numbers and the populations in general, African Americans tend to be less healthy.
Chicago is one of the worst performing cities in terms of the disparities according to breast cancer. So my colleagues and I have published a paper, and in that paper we compared the disparities, the difference between black and white breast cancer mortality rates in the 25 biggest cities in the United States. And among those 25 biggest cities, Chicago was the fourth worst. And black women are almost twice as likely to die from breast cancer as white women.
There are lots and lots of different things that go into that. But one of them certainly is access to health care. And certain groups, especially African Americans, have a higher rate of uninsurance. And they also we have data to show that they access often less high quality care. Both of those affect survival.
Black women don't get enough mammography. So they need to get more mammograms, and they need to get them at regular rates. That's one cause. The second is that the quality of mammography is frequently inferior for black women. And so we need to make sure that the quality of those mammograms is higher, so when a cancer is present, the mammogram will detect it as early and as soon as possible when it's small, and then we can treat it effectively.
The University of Illinois did a recent study where they looked at women who were diagnosed with breast cancer, and then they looked at if they had had a mammogram a year before or 2 years before, and they looked at those mammograms, and they often found signs of early breast cancer in the prior mammograms that had been missed. And when they looked at the sort of women who had the highest miss rate, it was poor women, women who were publicly insured, women with less education.
Because I take care of a population of women who are un- or underinsured, what you see is a lot of them come in at much later stages, where the cancers are bigger, they've already spread beyond to the lymph nodes or to somewhere other part of their body.
If you don't have a good health plan and you don't have access to a car that will get you to your doctor quickly, it is difficult. So many African American women may not go, or they're so busy with their children that they're putting them first and not their health first. And so quite often I think our death rate is higher because they don't diagnose this to us in the later stage.
We still have dual systems of healthcare in this country that's delivered by things around class and race and economics and things like that. And so if you're poor and live in a poor community and don't have good insurance, then which black women are more likely to be, then your ability to, again, get good quality care is less.
Here's the two main impediments to making things better: poverty and racism. And I think there's a lot of both of those in Chicago, and they're both, of course, attacking black women more than any other group of women.
In the last few years, the state of Illinois has had some very significant budget problems. And so when a state has those sort of budget problems, they have to decide on their priorities. We would suggest that they've made some bad choices in how they've allocated resources. And so Governor Quinn last year proposed to cut $3.3 million from the breast and cervical cancer program.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's only one industrialized country in the world that does not have a national health care system, and that country is the United States. And so instead you have a lot of poor people not being able to afford health care. They don't have insurance, they can't get health care, and then, for example, they can't afford to pay for a mammogram.
So for me, I'm a physician, I work at a hospital, so I had really good access to high quality care. And that's not the case for all women in Chicago, in the nation, and particularly for women who look like me. So black women in the city tend to have a harder time navigating the healthcare system and getting good quality care when you compare them to white women.
Knowledge is power. Once you know and understand about this body and how it works and the issues that we as women go through, then we're equipped with information, and that information gives us an opportunity to take control of our own health.
My biggest advice to everybody is be more afraid not to go to the doctor.
There's a lot of fear about cancer and about breast cancer, and there are a lot of myths about it. So first of all, people think all cancer is fatal. If you get cancer, that's it, you're dead, so don't name it. Okay, don't claim it, don't name it. And that is unfortunate, because breast cancer is one of those things where you actually do want to find it before it finds you.
Particularly for women, we tend to be the caregivers of the family, and we'll put needs of our children, put everyone else's needs as a priority, and go to the doctor last ourselves. And so we'll make sure that our kids go to their pediatrician and get their vaccines, or if they have a cold or whatever, but we'll delay our own care, trying to take care of our family's needs.
If you take just what they give you and just, you may not get the best treatment plan, but because you ask questions and you're concerned and you ask about the medicine and they give you the best when you're concerned about yourself.
Keep living. Every time I want to feel sorry for myself, I see somebody out there and I say, you have nothing to complain about. You're out here every day, you're enjoying life. But like I said, you will have the scars, but it doesn't stop you.
Every day is a blessing, Kenya. After having breast cancer, I look at the sky looks bluer. I look at the rain looks wetter. I look at the colors, your red shirt is redder. I look at the grass is greener. I could laugh at things that wasn't funny before. I could eat food and it tastes wonderful. Since then, life just has been a plus. There has been a bonus. A day in the life of breast cancer is a life extended.
But you know what? I don't have no beef with bitches on this couch. When Shaw's on the bed, girl, they be getting it cracking. Nah, I'm too cute for that. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. The 13th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
We didn't really have a high rate of black incarceration prior to the emancipation. Once slavery ended, then the disproportionate numbers of black people in prison increased.
The person I think it affected the most is my older brother, Gregory, because he didn't have a father in his life. So, yes, my mother was a strong woman, but I think if my father wasn't in jail, he wouldn't be the man he is now.
Black people were no longer slaves, so they were therefore no longer labor, and they were not needed in the same way, and they could be imprisoned, whereas before their labor was needed and used in a very different kind of way. So we've kind of disproportionately been targeted since at least the late 19th century within the prison system.
The penal system is an extension of old Jim Crow laws. The language of the 13th Amendment, I think, is really important, right? So when we talk about slavery, except for involuntary servitude, as a form of punishment, right? So these types of spaces around who becomes the target of criminality, right? So who becomes the criminal just by happenstance, not because of any action, but literally because historically this narrative has painted these particular group of people, black people in this case, as criminals.
Jail is nothing but modern day slavery, which you can get a slight synopsis of it. Like, yeah, it is.
Once you're labeled a felon, the old forms of discrimination, employment discrimination, housing discrimination, denial of the right to vote, exclusion from jury service, suddenly legal. As a criminal, you have scarcely more rights and arguably less respect than a black man living in Alabama at the height of Jim Crow. We have not ended racial caste in America, we have merely redesigned it.
The building of prisons has been looked upon as an economic engine. So small towns are being fed this idea of, well, if you all need jobs, just let us drop this prison here. Prison has become big industry in terms of its relationship to the U.S. economy.
Because you work for pennies a day, and you shacked up, you locked up in the shed, if you want to call it that.
Right, so if you're paying somebody 20 cents an hour, that's essentially free in terms of production costs, in terms of the profit margin you get based on what you sell.
But I feel it's like, I don't like it. Definitely won't be going back.
If we look at private prisons, so now they're actually exporting labor or contracting with big firms to actually produce their products. So this now becomes essentially a new slave economy.
In my opinion, I fear that the incarceration rates for African Americans will continue to increase unless we as a nation think about this issue and get real about this issue. The statistics show that what led to this increase in the incarceration of African Americans in the past has been this war on drugs. And what we're dealing with now is this emergence of a war on guns. Now the reality is the way that's going to play out, and the way I've seen it play out, is that people being picked up for possessing a gun because they have a prior felony conviction are African Americans. And that's going to lead to more incarcerations unless we think about the impact of these laws before we start making them.
The way they're currently designed, they're much more harmful than they are restorative institution.
It's my belief that prison makes everything worse, and that it doesn't actually work to do anything except for disappearing people.
I think it depends on the person. And yeah, I think it punishes the person for the crime that they have committed, but I also think it sets them up to commit other crimes.
I think in the current state, they are used solely to house populations for extended periods of time without any transition into society.
And actually, they're not living up to the goal of rehabilitation like we'd hope that they would.
It's crowd control. If one race is doing too much, yeah, we're gonna lock them up for anything.
Or if you're cynical, they probably work to harm and oppress groups that you don't really want to deal with.
And actually promoting recidivism, returning, in opposed to actually staying out of those places.
It leaves the social problems that are the root causes of why people get into trouble with the law in the first place. It leaves those things untouched and usually unsolved.
In terms of my feelings about high incarceration rates, I think it's really important to understand that as a legacy of history. Michelle Alexander just wrote this book, The New Jim Crow, and something that she puts out, and I actually heard from a professor about 13 years ago now, and she makes this point that there are currently more people incarcerated, more black people incarcerated, than were listed as slaves in 1850. I think it's important to look at the factors that influence incarceration. So if we look at it as layers, right? So education, definitely one without question. Poverty, lack of access to resources, definitely one without question. Segregation in cities in terms of neighborhood segregation.
And instead of arming people with education and drug rehabilitation and things that might prepare them for their future, in fact, basically prison becomes a form of incapacitation in which people don't live their lives, they don't have any opportunity to gain life skills, and it ends up being very detrimental for them.
We have to look at the lack of education and its connection to incarceration, because some of the stuff that we even see in Chicago, so we always think about the threshold year of a young person completing high school being 10th grade. But in Chicago, we've seen that the threshold is actually between 7th and 9th grade.
Now, when we look at reentry programs, if someone joins one of those programs and they actually are successful in finding a job, if they have that job for just 30 days, their recidivism rate drops down to 20%. And if they're able to keep that job for a year, it drops down to 16%.
The concept and idea of reentry is a problematic one. And the reason I say that is because for most people who end up behind bars, they were never integrated into society in the first place. So the question is reentering into what? Reentering into communities that are incredibly poor, reentering into communities that don't have any resources, going back into places which you came out of, which were terrible for you in the first place. Reentering what is the question.
You got to go through certain steps and processes in order to get your life back, because once you go to jail, your life is gone. They took your life from you. Like, you definitely ain't finna do nothing to, like, outbeat what they done said you did.
The fact that in Illinois, according to Department of Correction statistics, in 2011, over 50% of the prison population was African American, with only 29% of the prison population being white.
My brother Gregory was incarcerated for drug-related reasons, maybe 7 to 8 times.
Class X sentence, which means you've committed 2 prior crimes in Illinois, that's a mandatory 6 to 30 years.
They took like at least about 11 or 12 years out of my life, but the last bit was like almost 3 years.
Traditionally, Black people have been more likely to be in a situation where we've had less resources, and a lot of crime is derivative crime, meaning that it's something that you actually do because you need to survive and you're trying to find a way to survive. And so Black people tend to be more criminalized.
I think one of the obstacles that is very prevalent is what we call felon disenfranchisement, right? So in Illinois, there are about 52 positions that you can't hold if you have a class C through X felony. So you can't be a baker, can't be a barber, can't be a carpenter, can't be an electrician.
We are incarcerating an entire generation of African Americans, and their potential to go out and impact the world in a positive way is really being lost.
Man, this test hard. Let me see your test. Hey.
What?
You got $1? Thank you. Hey, can I get some of your chips?
Man, you beg too much, yeah.
Dang, you could have saved me some more. But hey, let me see the ball.
Hey man, on the real though, you gotta stop begging so much.
Come on, man.
I mean, you gotta be independent and not codependent.
You know what? You right.
It's fun to eat supper with your family, especially when there is good food on the table. Later on, drink lots of water. A good snack of crackers and milk at home. That's the good kind of food if you're hungry after school. And then, play. Hard play. Plenty of pep now. See what good eating habits can do for you.
Americans are not winning their battle against obesity. One study found that obesity rates for adults actually rose in 28 states this year.
According to experts, almost 2/3 of American adults are seriously overweight or obese. That's a 150% increase in just the last 30 years. Obesity among children
in children and teenagers is up from 16 to 17.1% over the past 2 years.
Teenage health in 2 decades paints a worrying picture, with 1 in 4 youngsters overweight or obese.
Spending $150 billion a year treating obesity-related illnesses. So we know this is a problem and there's a lot at stake.
But not even her exhortations
Michelle Evans' daughter got one of her
this
second.
new study published today.
North Lawndale, currently home to about 36,000 residents. In the 1960s, there were not nearly as many corner stores, fast food restaurants, and vacant lots. But just like technology, things change. Riots followed the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968, which left many of the stores on Roosevelt Road destroyed, and over 75% of the businesses in the community disappeared. Today, with over 93% of the North Lawndale population African American, it faces an even bigger problem: obesity.
Obesity is a scary word, a medical term for being severely overweight what medical professionals feel like ideal weight is for your height, for your age, for your sex.
One misconception is that people who are obese are fat, and that's not necessarily the case. Obesity is more like the condition of being unhealthy, more so than like you just like everyone who's fat is obese.
There are many different cultural perceptions of obesity. So depending upon which community you go into, people will perceive different weights for different children.
There are certain foods that are just associated with certain ages, and Flaming Hots were not things that I ate in my community, but you can't come around here and not eat Flaming Hots, right?
Well, when you talk about not having a healthy lifestyle, you think about diseases. You think about a lot of illnesses that people are struggling with.
Obesity places people at risk for issues like
diabetes,
heart disease,
kidney disease,
high blood pressure,
and on like that.
If you were to ask me what do I think the #1 issue is from a healthcare perspective in our community, my answer is obesity. It's being overweight.
Obesity happens because of lifestyle concerns and community concerns, as well as some contributions of what you inherit from your parents, of course. And it often involves a lot of behavior change, and change is hard for people.
There are factors in society that determine, not always, not for everyone, we call them risk factors in epidemiology, which means that you'll tend to be obese, say in this case, if you have certain characteristics. And those characteristics are, if you're poor, that's the most important one, and the other one that's on a par with poverty is if you're a person of color and therefore victimized by racism.
The African Americans suffer a great deal, not eating healthy, not experiencing the healthy eating such as fruits and vegetables and things like that.
In North Lawndale, it's primarily an African American community. In South Lawndale, it's primarily a Mexican American community. So these communities, when you look at them, they are areas of ethnic minorities.
Number one, I think it's expensive to eat healthy, and especially considering our economy. It's just very difficult for people, parents, to invest that kind of money in things that they don't find as important.
If you can go to, McDonald's and buy the whole menu for like $5 for a family that, doesn't have a lot of money to spend on a meal every day, they might not even look for another alternative because it's like, I know that's cheap. I know I can go to McDonald's and get whatever for, this amount of money.
If you are a victim of racism and if you are poor, then you're more likely to live in communities, to live in neighborhoods, for example, where there are no supermarkets, where there is no fresh foods and so on.
Every day coming to work, I'll see, some children walking down the street and they'll have like their bag of Flaming Hots and their juice, which is just colored sugar water, for their breakfast, but they are less expensive than, going to somewhere and buying apples sometimes. They're readily available at the corner store, which is directly across the street.
Many of your African American communities suffer the most, mainly because of the fact that there's not a lot of access to healthy eating.
In North Lawndale, there is right now one supermarket, Leamington's on Roosevelt Road, and frequently there have been no supermarkets. And so if we give advice to people, we say, well, eat fresh fruits and vegetables, where are they going to get it?
I do think it's limited in the sense of there might be one grocery store here, but then the next place that you can get raw foods or Whole Foods might be, a few miles away. And in my neighborhood, some people might be limited in that capacity to, to get transported there.
And so if you don't have access to a car very easily, if you don't have access to a place like that to go, you just stay home and you eat and you get overweight and you watch TV.
In addition to the lack of healthier foods, there are other environmental factors that contribute to a person not being healthy. One of those factors is violence.
We tend to have relatively high concentrations of poverty in one place, which translates into things like the absence of good retail, food stores, or it translates into a lot more crime than anybody is comfortable with.
I'm a rich white man, but in a sense, that gives me a bit of insight because I see what goes on in rich white communities as well as in poor communities of color. And there's whole lots of stuff that society makes easy to go on in poor communities of color that in a million years would never happen in rich white communities.
Talking to a lot of parents who are in my program are concerned about safety issues. So they don't want their children out riding bikes. They don't want their children out running around just kind of being a kid.
If there are no parks, where do you exercise? But if there are parks and they in turn are dangerous and people don't want to go out into the parks, especially at night, or let their children into the parks because they're too dangerous, then that also is a structural issue that has to do with racism and poverty.
So in North Lawndale, when you look around, we don't have the things that the suburban communities have in terms of parks, in terms of safe places for people to go to be able to get exercise. We don't even have a big mall here, right? Where sometimes people who live near a mall, they'll go to the mall and not go shopping, they'll go in the mall and go for a walk, right? It's a safe place, it's a warm place.
Out there you got like healthy stores, like on the corner stores that are like walking distance. Also you got like yoga bars and things like that instead of like eating like all the sugar ice cream and all the junk and stuff.
There's way more, fast food places than there might be, a farmer's market.
As in every community, there are both strengths and weaknesses. In many ways, there can't be a community more beautiful, say, than North Lawndale. And it has a glorious history. At the same time, right now, North Lawndale is a very poor community and faces a lot of limitations. We each have a personal responsibility to do better. Despite racism, despite poverty.
Making people aware that it's not a one-time thing, that it's a lifestyle change, that you do not have to go cold turkey.
At an early age, children don't go out and buy their own food and their choices of like what they eat. They eat with like what their parents give to you. So if you're a child that's at home and your parents eat nothing but like fatty foods and junk, as you get older, you're gonna eat fatty food and junk.
I would like to see more of our parents have some healthy snacks for our kids, something they can have throughout the day, instead of the flaming hots, the Milky Ways and the cookies.
Our mission is to say, no, if you provide a beautiful quality facility, people will come and they will enjoy it and they will spend money and it'll be successful. And so we create the opportunity for a patient to care for themselves, because we can't get on the treadmill with them. We can only provide the treadmill. We wanted to focus on food and give it kind of a green context.
If you're not in the environment that doesn't, facilitate you knowing these alternatives, then, to a certain extent, you're going to be a product of your environment.
Hey, girl. This is why I can't stand dark-skinned girls. They always have attitudes.
Man, you see that Lakers game last night?
Yeah, a couple of stuff.
I think I see my buddy Ryan over there.
Kiwante, what's up, man?
What's up, Ryan?
You see that game last night?
Yeah.
Man, those Lakers. Hey, we'll talk, all right?
All right. cool for a white guy. Why you just can't be a cool guy?
In everlasting memory of the anguish of our ancestors, may those who died rest in peace. May those who return find their roots, and may humanity never again perpetuate such injustice against humanity. We the living vow to uphold this. Like, I always wanted to be white.
I was always just that black girl at school. Even growing up, I was always that black girl.
You think you all that because you light-skinned.
Why does me being dark-skinned have to do with anything about how good I look?
Just because I'm light-skinned don't mean I can't get offended.
Social identity is usually around a construct. So our society has lots of ideas about what is right and what is wrong. And oftentimes those are organized based on our race or gender or any other set of skills.
Colorism is the belief that there is that one color is better than the other. In most countries, this means lighter skin because European colonialism kind of spread that idea globally that lighter skin has better value. So a lot of times people think that colorism is only important within the black community or within the American black community, but colorism is prevalent everywhere. It's prevalent in India, it's prevalent throughout Asia, it's prevalent in any country where you have an indigenous culture made up of brown people.
Internalization is when a person, an individual, usually believes some social construct or idea and then decides to act upon it.
I think that a lot of African American women, especially right now at this time in our culture, are working really, really hard to reclaim their femininity. So that's why so many of us wear, long hair and high heels and lots of makeup and all that stuff, because I think we're trying to reclaim something that really was taken from us. When you look at African American women in slavery, they were treated like men, right? So many of us forced outside to work, whether we had our periods or not, in the boiling hot sun, some of us not clothed or improperly clothed. We went from slavery right into having to take care of our families. So we always worked, always. There was never a point in African American culture that we got to sit home and just be like housewives and homemakers. That was never us.
I find that African Americans are often very misogynistic. And they see that as a traditional view as opposed to a social construct. So unfortunately, I think they contribute to the oppression of women because they don't question why these ideas about masculinity or femininity exist.
I feel like the people around us don't really make it no different. Don't make a difference of it really, because they, whatever is popular, they go with. So if everybody's saying they want a red bone in the music videos, Lil Wayne or anybody saying that, that's what they want to be like. They want a red bone too. They want a thick girl too. They want a girl with money. They want a girl with long hair.
I like a long hair, thick red bone. Up and up, if they fillet me down, nip.
This is towards lighter skin. When you hear the term red bone, how do y'all feel about that?
I get so irritated. They call it red. I be green, blue, purple, red. It's so irritating. I even changed my name on Twitter. Like, my name is not Red. Stop calling me Red. It's just so annoying. It's irritating. It really is.
Well, in the past, okay, red bone. Okay, I owned it, but now it's just like, I agree with what she said. It's just now it's just irritating. Like, me and my friend have on the same color, and they just get off the color we have. Like, if I have on yellow pants, she have on yellow. She get yellow. I'm like, keep walking. Light skin. Typically in the media, like, when I see a dark-skinned girl, she's portrayed as, masculine and aggressive.
I heard those little smart-ass remarks you made, too. Didn't your mama teach you something? Who the hell do these people think they are anyway? Didn't y'all see me?
No, you moved it, I can tell. Because look, when I inhale, my titty make the horn honk. Listen. You see that? That ain't right.
I hear it.
That scientifically proved that you was adjusting my seat.
I think it was My Last by Chris Brown. And it was like,
he'll switch in between. It was this one girl sitting in the chair, light skin, she had the real long curly hair, had her makeup done right and everything. He's sitting there singing to her. And then like when he'll say like something negative, like basically what he don't look for in a female, it'll fade into like this dark skinned girl who makeup all messed up with rough hair and she was chunky.
Even though the media portrays light skin to be better than dark skin, I think it also portrays light skin to be a little slutty to me from what I see, because you see these light skinned girls and you see they're exploring their sexual needs or whatever. So I think it's like more than just, oh, you light skin, you better. I think it's more, it's like you light skin, you give good head, or you have better sex.
Oftentimes, African American women, we are a little bit more full, a little bit more voluptuous and curvaceous, and over time, that's become associated with sexuality.
I think women in general are overly sexualized. They're objects. You know, even within, if we have female rappers or MCs or artists, they have to objectify themselves.
It's okay, baby, go ahead, do your thing, right on the way.
Sex always sells. And, you know, with men, it's to attain sex, and for women, it's to be that object of desire.
Society just looks down upon women in general. It's not even, it's deeper than skin, in my opinion. Women itself, we are looked down upon. We are degraded. When you watch music videos, which is the main thing, women are over-sexualized for everything. African American women, we are very, you know, curvy, and we have a lot of assets, and it's exposed. When you watch music videos, you see chest and you see really, you know, big butts and guys just, you know, hollering at you. And it's like teens consume that.
I think that as a group, it's sort of hard to fight against such a pervasive opinion that just kind of gets told to you over and over and over again, and it gets told to you in a number of different ways and reinforced in a number of different ways. So I think that many of us try hard to resist those stereotypes.
I have never had a problem with my skin color, even though a lot of girls my color do. I mean, just like a girl of any other color, I could get a man, I can get a job, I can do anything they do, maybe even better. So what's the problem? Oh, I understand. We have been tricked. The internet has tricked us. Television has tricked us. Magazines have tricked us. Society has tricked us. Tricked us into believing just because we're not what they call fair, we're less than a woman of anyone else. Lil Wayne make verses like, how do you say what's never said? Beautiful black woman, I bet that bitch look better red. And we just laugh. I mean, it's like we're in slavery again, except it's with our own people. You could be black, you could be white, you could be dark skinned. It's okay to be bright. It shouldn't make a difference, but it does.
I'm gonna be turning all these heads at the game tonight. ShortyBed.com.
75% of teenagers will have had sex by the time they are 20.
Girl, where you going? To the game. You like my makeup?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna get too many shorties number tonight, man.
First of all, you got on too much makeup, and you need to get your priorities straight. Boys is not the only thing in life.
Girl, you tripping.
U.S. teenagers are more than likely to have sex before the age of 15. This is the female student mentor class. I really think you would like it here. It's where girls help other girls build their self-esteem.
depends what you write.
Art. That's my one word, man. It's art.
It's an underrated form of art.
Gave me a voice in the city.
I would say relief.
Just art. Some would say just expression. Some would say creativity. Some might say living. But really, for us, it's grounded in writing. We are writers. That's what we call ourselves. That's what we do. First of all, graffiti is a mark on a surface, right? Then the urban graffiti that we have experienced in the last 50 years that came from Philadelphia and New York City and other inner city areas was a venue for young people to express themselves through vandalism, putting their names up, getting props, recognition, and fame for that. And then once you have like skills based on spray painting, then you could take it further. It was tagging that made it possible for me to learn how to paint a butterfly, right? Or to be able to paint any language, because all languages are the same. They're built on a line and on curves, right? So that means you could go anywhere in the world and paint if you know how to do graffiti. So back to the history of it, in Chicago, it had always been here, but in different forms. People used rollers and paintbrushes back in the day. Old school gangbangers, the OGs used to use rollers to put their names up. When graffiti came from New York, then people began to use spray paint to put their names up. And then it evolved from the tag into the wild style lettering that we know of today and the productions that we paint.
You know, like when you were a kid growing up in Chicago during that time, and it's still like this today, I don't think that's changed so much. Like, you pretty much know which gang is in the neighborhood by looking at the walls. So what happened was that the gangsters were claiming neighborhoods, you know, and when New York City graffiti came about, it was all about getting out of your neighborhood. Like, you didn't want to be the guy that wrote his name all over your neighborhood. You wanted to be the guy that was writing your name all over the city.
It depends what you write, you know? Like, I guess if you write like gang signs or, you know, stuff like that, it does make it look bad. But I mean, this is like drawings, it's art. I mean, look at that and look at this. It takes a lot of talent to do this.
The difference between gang graffiti and art graffiti is that gang graffiti is more of vandalizing, possession over territory, and it's not for any emotion into it. It's just saying, this is mine, this is who we are, you know, and it's vandalizing, you know. It has no feeling into it. It has no purpose.
One of the hugest, most beautiful things that ever happened to me was becoming a graffiti writer, because it got me off the block. I mean, a lot of the guys that I grew up with, a lot of guys that I was friends with from the time I was like 5, 6 years old, you know, they got caught up in that gang stuff, and they could not walk 3 blocks east, you know, west, north, south without fear of, you know, getting their head split open, right?
You know, our community here suffers, man, from segregation, from racist housing policies that have made it so that ownership is difficult here. So there's too many dilapidated structures around. So what should you do with that? Just leave them brown or whack or, you know, damaged? No, we want to bring some color to it. So the objective is basically to bring color to the community and beautify and transform it by painting these walls.
Well, I see my man painting, it stuck out to me because, like I said, I really don't see this in my community a lot, especially from back in the days to now. But it's a new way to express yourself. It's hot. It stands out in the community. It makes you wonder, like, who did it and how could I get involved. So it's what's up, man. It just picks your brain. It actually makes you see that it's more out here than just partying for entertainment or to express yourself, or gangs and drugs and all that. You can draw, you can do art around the community, especially because it's on the wall or something.
When we painted this wall, we had like 15 kids for a summer program, and we painted the largest mural in the city, but it was a graffiti production. It was all real graffiti, real burners, telling the truth, like we did the police officers, a pig, and, you know, chasing after kids and stuff. That really changed how I realized, like, man, this really affects our community in a positive way. Because all those kids would go by and they'd be like, I painted that. I painted that. This was my idea. This was my idea. And I was like, man, this is beautiful. I would like to do this more.
I think that if you know how to do art, do graffiti, then you should do it because it's something that has to do with emotion, about how you feel, about how things are probably going in your life. Basically, if you use a dark color, that means something bad. If you use a light color, it means something good. I think art, graffiti, all that is just a fun thing to do. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about graffiti or art.
Art graffiti is more of a, this is what the world is, this is what it has come to, this is what we're doing, and this is what we want. You know, it's just someone's feelings into a canvas and just showing that the world isn't right, or just showing how their mind is going. Something that can't be said and can't be understood and just seen through one's hands.
It's more like a type of expression, I would say. Yeah, like, you know, people have like certain ways of expressing themselves. Then we express themselves through art. So it'd be like politics and art, let's say go hand in hand, you know? It's like representing us and what we have to say. But we don't have a word, you know, they don't take our word, so might as well show them, right?
You're rocking with Amari Stoudemire, and you're watching Hoops High. Watch it or watch nothing.
Behind the scenes of Hoops High, it's more than interviews and replays. The crew contributes 110% in setup and production.
While we have fun, we are also very serious about getting the job done.
We have the opportunity to work with big companies such as Nike and to meet current and future NBA stars. We are Hoops High.
Don't rate this until you've gone somewhere safe.
Today on FSM News, we're here at the 33rd Annual Taste of Chicago.
You're not a true Chicagoan if you haven't participated in this popular festivity. You won't want to miss this.
And welcome to FSM News. I'm Anaja Smith.
And I'm Aria McDonald.
Not many people know that the Taste has unique foods to offer.
Let's take a look at some of the most exotic foods here.
There's a lot of unique foods at the Taste of Chicago, and this year, Carbone Live Mexican Grill has added a flair to their menu.
The tequila lime sauce is a sauce that comes on our fish taco. It's a creamy sauce and it's a little bit sweet and tangy.
I just had the tequila lime marinated grilled chicken breast taco. It complemented the entire taco, and I also had the hot sauce on it. Excellent.
That was great. But what if you had a taste for something sweet? Now let's go check it out.
The Fudge Pot creates tasty treats, fresh every day, ranging from chocolate-covered bananas, apples, strawberries, or just plain old fudge.
We were the first banana vendor out here, and they're still going great for us. We had people coming up after our last year saying, "Where were you guys? We recognize your booth. It looks a little weird. We missed you." And we're back out here.
I'm having the frozen banana, the small mini one.
Do you think it's good? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
It's not too hard, so it's not difficult to choose. So I mean, it's good. I love food, so it's a good thing.
We're making the fudge fresh every day for this.
Okay.
I go in there at 6 in the morning, pick up the previous day's stock, and now it's back out here.
The Taste has a variety of different foods, whether traditional or unique, and today there's a very unique restaurant. We're here at Inspiration Kitchens.
All of our food in our restaurants, every component is a possibility for training. And so all of our food is made from scratch. A lot of our participants have a lot of experience with Southern style or soul food style cuisine. And a lot of it has to do with just the people that tend to come to our program.
As you can see, the Taste of Chicago has a very diverse amount of foods. Whether Mexican, something for your sweet tooth, or some Southern cuisine, you're sure to find it here at the Taste of Chicago. Reporting for FSM News, I'm Lonnie Buchanan.
Muy delicioso.
Wow, now that I know that, I'm going to go visit the Carbone Mexican Grill and get some tacos with tequila lime sauce.
Don't worry, parents, the alcohol gets boiled off. The Taste has a lot of food and entertainment, and also a lot of people, which can make things congested and crowded.
Which can lead to people getting a little frustrated and even violent.
Amani and Casio share some tips on how to be safe at the Taste.
Many people go to the Taste of Chicago to enjoy themselves, but are they concerned about their safety in the large crowds?
I am not concerned. We come every year for the last 20 years, and we've always had a safe experience.
Security guards just watch over us, and then hope nothing bad happens.
Things look peaceful now, but some people remember the violence that has happened at the Taste.
Like a few years ago, there was a shooting that happened here a while ago.
Many people have different tactics at staying safe at the Taste.
To keep your guard up, you never know what's going to happen.
I think that it's important for when you come to the Taste, if you're with your family or your friends, to have a plan. We always stick together. I bring my kids. We stay together as a family. I don't let them go off by themselves.
One of the most important things that would make this participant feel secure is...
They should check bags. Make sure that no one has no weapons or nothing.
Reporting from FSM News, I'm William Sneed.
That's some really helpful information. I hope people will be mindful when they come out to the Taste this year.
I agree. Speaking of being mindful, people come to the Taste not only to savor the food, but savor each other's company.
Look at how this event can have such a positive effect on the Chicago community.
Since the 1980s, people have gathered from all over to attend the Taste of Chicago in Grant Park. And for some, it's their first experience. When was your first time coming to the Taste?
Today is my first time coming to the Taste.
What are you expecting from the Taste?
Just to get to know my city a little bit better.
What are you expecting?
Just to eat a lot, good food.
Just to eat a lot of good food. But for many, they have been coming for years. When was your first time coming to the Taste?
Probably about 2002, I think.
Over 35 restaurants this year have come to rep their best food.
Well, we're a barbecue restaurant. We do pulled chicken. It's a healthy item. We do rib tips, hot links, boneless ribs.
The Taste can help many restaurants show off their food.
I've done great things for our business. We have several restaurants in the Chicago metropolitan area, and it's the results of Taste of Chicago. So Taste of Chicago been good to us, and we've been good to Taste.
We have a great crowd, just with this being our second year, we see a lot of new faces, but we do have returning customers. We hear a lot of, I remember that from last year.
Not only is the food good, but it also brings people together.
Through food, yeah, you can say that. Everybody love to eat. You don't really see too much, violence or anything down here like that. Except for some years, but for the most part, it's a decent environment to be around people.
I think they just come out just to experience their city a little bit more. Nothing just food. It's always something else included.
The Taste has brought back many people due to the food and unity.
Every year that the Taste go on, I'll be eating food.
Reporting for FSM News, I'm Hannah McEwen.
Aria, Chicago summers could get very hot.
I know, right? Here's a PSA on how to stay cool and comfortable in the summer heat.
Oh my God, I'm thirsty. Let's go to that water stand over there.
No, who carries water around all day?
Me, but okay, you're lost. 2 waters, please.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
got to the water stand?
I think we passed it.
But I'm thirsty.
Oh, here. I knew you would need it.
You're my best friend.
I know. Stay hydrated.
Did you know Inspiration Kitchens provide unique opportunities to its employees?
Inspiration Kitchens is a social enterprise. We're part of Inspiration Corporation. We have 2 social enterprise restaurants, Inspiration Kitchens in Garfield Park and Inspiration Kitchens in Uptown. And our restaurants are social enterprises, which means that we provide training and counseling to our participants who are people coming out of addiction, people suffering from poverty, homelessness, ex-offenders. And they come into our program, and in 13 weeks we give them culinary training, job placement services, to try to get them employed.
Reporting for FSM News, I'm Juwan Law.
Anasha, did you know that there are restaurants here that are not as well known as others?
No, I didn't. Why don't you tell me more about them?
Well, I myself can't tell you a lot about it. But here's Soraya with the Did You Know all about it.
Hey Paris, did you know that Lao My La's at the Taste this year? What is Lao My La? You don't know what Lao My La is? No.
Lao Man La is a Chinese restaurant that specializes in different types of skewers. It also incorporates its different types of spices to give their distinct type flavor. Doesn't that look amazing? If you want to try them, go to 2017 South Wales in Chinatown.
Well, that's all for today. Make sure you come next year to the 34th Annual Taste of Chicago.
We'll see you next time.
Until then, you can find more info about us. Just search FSM News on Facebook.
You can also find us on ABC7 Chicago's website in the community section.
And remember to look for us on CAN TV Channel 19 and now Channel 27 as well.
3,
2,
1.
That's a wrap. Did I mention tacos at all?
I don't know. Let's just do it again.
No. Okay.
Muy delicioso.
Wow. Now that I know that, I'm going to go visit Carbone Mexican Grill and get some tacos. Let's do it again.
Action! Don't rate this until you've gone somewhere safe.
Free Spirit Media cultivates diverse youth voices to transform media and society.